Okay, so I'm going to be talking what the media team does with First Robotics. And my name is Chris Sweitzer. I also am occasionally referred to as Angus. And my most recent background is video producer, theatrical lighting design, recording engineer, and also webmaster. Since everyone's kind of running their pedigree, in a former life, I have my undergraduate degree in computer science. I have a master's of business administration. I started out as, this is actually exactly what you said, I started out by having computers. And started working with the US Navy, developing sonar simulations for surface ships and submarines. Then was developing stock trading systems in Europe. And then came back and worked for an international pharmaceutical company as a software manager and software developer. And then transitioned into more use of computers, which is video production. So most recently I've been associate producer on a national PBS show, food show, called Chow Italian, so which is a perfect place for me to come to Kauai. Background in Italian cooking. So that's about me. But what the team is going to do, become a visual storyteller. Everyone, one of the main things in Kauai is talk story. Well, we're not going to just talk story, we're going to show story. And that's what we're going to be doing with video cameras and still cameras, telling stories of the people, the events that this team's going to be working on that creates whatever the robot is. And in addition, one of my responsibilities of my team is to work with the team to develop and maintain our website, which will have initially two different purposes. One is these big words, external audience. Well, that's basically letting people know, hey, this is what this team does on Kauai. Here's what we do. Here's generally how we're structured, what we're about. And more specifically, as it ties into fundraising sales, and by the way, here's things where we need some help. People sometimes it's tough to help if they don't know we need it. So help tell people what kind of support we need, and when they provide it, let's give them credit for it. Thank you for helping us out. This is a great thing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And also, internally for us, we just talked earlier about schedules and keeping on track. Well, we may do this by telephone, carrier pigeons, email, maybe we can use the website. But this is what the group collectively is going to kind of figure out what's the best way to kind of get information around and share it for people outside the group and also for us inside. And to give an example, this is a quick shot of last year's website. And since all of you have better eyes than I do, you can see, about us, telling you about the team. First Robotics, everyone get that? First Robotics. Well, what the team's going to learn, I believe in, in sharing and working side by side with everybody on my team. So we're going to learn basic video production. So that's the visual aspects, the video camera parts of things. Audio. If you don't have audio, not much information is going on. So we're also going to learn techniques of recording sound with our video imaging. We're going to deal with lighting, because if you don't have lighting, you're doing radio. No image. So we're going to also talk about basic lighting techniques, so you'll, whenever you watch television from this point on, you'll have much better awareness of what's going on around you. And also editing. Anyone here, by the way, belong to a video club or at school, you have your own camera, you already do this? Anybody? Anyone's going to fess up? All right. Well, another aspect is basically recording all this information, pulling it in, making some kind of sense out of it, some kind of story about it. That's where video editing comes in. It's all computer-based. So we'll be working on video editing, and that often comes in two different stages. Offline editing and online editing, all these big words, which you'll be more comfortable with. Offline editing basically is the creative putting together a sequence of images and sound that makes sense, makes a story. And that's a lot of work. Then when it's all ready to go, someone's got to make it pretty. And that's called online editing. That's basically making all the colors nice and even, making the sound all nice and even, just before it goes out to broadcast. And the other thing we're going to be talking about, basic photography. We're dealing with a video camera, we're dealing with moving images. The same ideas apply for composition of still images, using digital cameras to take snapshots of information and activity counts, whether it's moving or not. Then we'll also talk about web development, website development, graphics design, some whatever tools we're using to maintain and develop our website. We'll all be sharing and working on that together. So, we're going to be producing a movie, which will be used in conjunction with the Chairman's Award, which Mary Lou Kelly is going to give you more details about in a couple of minutes. We're also going to be maintaining and developing the website, and possibly there may be a large team banner that needs to be created or modified. This is Team Kauai, whatever we are. Thunder Chicken. I don't know if we're going to still be Thunder Chicken or will be something else. Who knows? But then there may be other activities we can do as a team. You heard Mr. Kozak mention about training. Well, maybe we'll show up and videotape the training so we can keep that for next year, or people can look at it online if they wanted to get brushed up on the right way of doing things. I mentioned before, we'll be helping produce video for the Chairman's Award, but part of what Mary Lou is going to be talking about is also helping us with our presentation skills. Maybe we'll videotape that part of things. So you have a little coaching technique of some suggestions about public speaking and any other ideas we may have. So that's basically what the media team's going to do. So any questions or comments? Thank you very much. Back to you, Mr. Kozak.